Go.
Radical Russ here, 420 Radio live coverage of Seattle Hempfest 2013. We are at Dab Central. This is a big 20 by 20 booth that features Happy Daddy tools, Cliff Maynard roach paper art, handmade apparel, 420 Radio, and Oil Slick, which is living large here at Seattle Hempfest. I've seen you guys everywhere. What's happening?
Thank you for having me on. Yeah, what's happening? Well, we're having a pretty decent Hempfest, I'd say. I think it's a pretty gorgeous couple of days, and getting the word out about our company and about what we do, and so happy to do it with such awesome people in our community.
Yeah, I saw you got the sponsorship banners up on the stages. I've seen the flyers up on the guardrails. But for people that are outside of the West Coast or maybe Denver, they might not know a whole lot about the oil culture and dabs and why your products are so useful. So let's give them that.
Okay, I'll give it to them in a nutshell if I can.
Tell us more.
Plus more. Well, our motto is that we make tools to help you concentrate. And by that I mean we have tools to help with the unique challenges posed by the use of cannabis concentrates and for the concentrate market. So any kind of extraction is typically quite sticky and quite valuable.
Yeah.
And you, as a rule, don't want to lose any of it if you can help it. So the lip balm containers and some of the food products that are out there that are really not engineered for the purpose, well, they leave a lot to. They leave a lot of challenges unanswered.
Oh yeah, well,
and so we're spending our time answering those challenges and working on those things.
I know. I've heard of, you get the jar and you've got so much sticky in there, and you're just trying to pick that out, and it's so gooey and it won't get on. I mean, so I've heard.
Yeah,
allegedly.
we have allegedly, huh?
Uh-huh.
Well, the fact of the matter is that some people just need a little container like this, and so we make these small mini balls.
So what is this made of? It feels rubbery.
Yeah. Well, it is made of a type of rubber called silicone. The unique thing about our silicone is that we are uncompromising in the quality and purity of the ingredients that we use. That includes platinum curing for the silicones that we use. Instead of the lower grade food grade silicones that are commonly available, we use medical grade silicones.
And so stuff's not going to stick to that.
No, we make small pads like these duos. We make larger ones. We make table cover ones, 6 square feet of platinum cured silicone to cover your table and to dab off of to protect your glass. But the long and short is that we are a progressively minded company that realizes that as we emerge into this new period, we have unique challenges that are unanswered by existing technologies. So everything we do will be uncompromising in quality, but also in innovation. So I can't wait to show you what we have coming out next. You'll have to get with me at maybe at the Cannabis Cup or one of the upcoming events I'm sure you'll be at.
Oh yeah.
And we'll talk about that next time. But in the meanwhile, we have stacks and minis and pads and duos and slabs and soon sheets and stuff like that, all out there for anybody who's involved in cannabis concentrates of any kind.
So how long has Oil Slick been in business? This is a pretty new phenomenon, the whole oil thing.
It was 2 years ago when my dad came home with this little lip balm jar completely coated in his extremely valuable and very, very sticky concentrate. And so it was a quick progression from that into some of the pads that we were making just to handle it and deal with it. But then we started speaking to more people in the testing and scientific community about the differences and the uses of platinum cured silicone, the certifications that are actually kind of low in the United States for food grade silicone, and we started exploring the new ingredient aspect of it and saying, hey, if we're going to make these, we need to make them not just functionally for this community, but as far as the purity concerns that exist in this community, they can be uncompromising there as well.
Yeah, a lot of people have compromised immune systems, disabilities that would make any ingestion of foreign substances kind of...
That's right, and I do not, and I still don't want any of that.
Now, is that to say that this food grade materials that are used in certain products, that would be potentially harmful in some way?
Well, I am not a doctor, so it goes like this. Peroxide is used to catalyze 99.9% of the food grade materials in the world today.
Okay.
And I say the world because Europe has the highest standards, and even they typically use peroxide cured silicones that are of higher purity than our own here in the U.S.
Okay.
Now, that might be fine for baking cookies when it comes to the extractables that are trapped inside of these silicones, but medical grade silicones have 0 extractables. To achieve that, they use a more expensive catalyst, so our silicone is more expensive, so the ingredient is more expensive, and it's harder to work with, etc. But from a purity aspect, it is the lowest level of extractables possible with that ingredient being silicone. So we borrowed from the medical community rather than from the cookie baking community.
Sure. And you called it, you mentioned the word platinum, right?
Yes.
We're talking actual platinum.
We're talking about the element.
Wow, okay, this is not like just because gold, silver, platinum is the best, it's actual platinum. That's pretty spendy.
No, I don't want your viewers and listeners to fall asleep.
Yeah.
But silicone starts as a goop, and to make it hard, you have to add some stuff to it to make the catalyzation happen. And depending on what you add, that's also has a lot to do with what's left behind.
Wow. Actually, our listeners and viewers are very into this stuff. I'm sure that's actually pretty fascinating to them, the way that these products differentiate the oil slick products. And if people want to get some of these and look this up on the interwebs out there, what would they look up?
Well, they can always go to our website, which is www.oilslickpad.com, and they can get general information there and some links to some retailers, but you know, we are a mainly wholesale corporation, and we have some wonderful local shops and retailers, so I would urge them all to first check with their local stores. We really support those guys. They're the ones who work for us day after day in their own local shops and local neighborhoods. So please look for some of those. Online you can look for Aqua Labs or Masterminded or One Source, which we're very happy to work with, some of the larger extraction experts, another amazing online partner. Here locally in Seattle, there are so many I could hardly name. Go to our website. There is a map there. There is a map there that you can see. We list quite a few of them, but just pick up the phone, call your local guy. Believe me, they've heard of us.
Yeah.
And if they don't have them now, you can get in touch with us. We can make sure that they have them and support your local businesses.
That's great,
and that's
the other thing about oilslickpads.com is that support for the local businesses and the activists that are working on this, because you know that these are the people that are fighting for more freedom, and more freedom just means better business for everyone. So let's all support each other. That's fantastic.
You know, money isn't everything. We are not just a company. We're also a bunch of pot snobs.
There we go. So, it's been great being here in this. This is basically Dab Central. We've got 4 or 5 different groups here, and it's been very comfortable, very welcoming. And thanks for putting this on. This is an amazing place.
And thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
And thank you for being here. You're awesome.
Oh, thank you, man. Oilslickpad.com. Check it out.